Okay, so I have just finished my onboarding here, and I'm going to walk you through how to get started a little bit and how we are currently using HomeTrail in our family. So first, if you are a planner person and you want to jump over to Planner, it should look similar to this. I add a label and Grandma is visiting, so I'm going to just put that as our header for the day. So if it's somebody's birthday or field trip day, or you can toss that up on top there for the label. For our activity, I'm going to hit add activity. We are going to go to the farmers market and found, so I'm going to add farmers market as a new activity. Michelle, Stephanie, and DJ are going to go to the farmers market, and they are going to be working on some math skills there. Each student was given $10 to spend at the farmers market. So they were working on giving change and budgeting and all those things. You can add more than one thing here if you're working on communication skills, because you'll be talking to the vendors and maybe there's some art happening as well. So you can click multiple things here. Down at the bottom here, this is optional. You can do a start time and end time and add in a location. I don't usually use this unless it's a specific time, like maybe a baseball practice. So I'm going to submit that, and then I should select a teacher. I'll pretend to be Joey for today, and then I will submit this. So that will show up here on my calendar. I usually do attendance and nature time in my app, but for now, let's just jump over into dashboard. This gives you an idea of the things that you've accomplished. Yours should look pretty bare to start, but it will quickly fill up with your attendance, your nature time, the subjects you can toggle between each student to see what they've accomplished, and a nice little view here as well. Before we move over to the app, I'd like to show you a little bit of the custom curriculum. So if you go to Pathfinder, I'm going to type in here, let's see, Blossom and Root, and I'm going to add that to our curriculum. That's something that Stephanie does most days of the week. So instead of having to enter it every day, I choose that as my custom curriculum, and then that is shown on my app every day, and that's an easy thing to just check off then instead of having to add it again and again. So I'm going to submit that, and it should appear then over on my app. So this is what your app should look like, and usually what I do or how we use this is if I go over to my Trailhead, I've already signed up for a text reminder. So I get a daily check-in at 9 p.m. that says, this is what I've entered today, what else do I want to enter? And so when I see that, then I just jump on the app and I put everything in. For me, I put it in the evening. Some people might like to put it in as they go so they don't forget. I usually start with either a journal or a spontaneous learning kind of thing. So for the journal, I already put farmers market in, but then we are going to plan to, today, Grandma was here and we went to the river to play. Of course, I can add more detail throughout the day, and then I hit submit there, and that journal will just populate there, and then I can add another journal entry if I've just remembered something. So we made lunch together and ate outside. Can be anything you'd like. And then usually my journal entry is pretty lengthy, like a detailed description of the day, but my spontaneous learning I really use for the things that have been a learning thing that happened that is not part of my custom curriculum. So I would add a new spontaneous learning thing. I usually attach a picture. I won't have a picture here to show you, but you can skip it or add a picture. And here you'll see any activities that you've had, or you can create a new activity. So we played a card game. So we do sometimes call it game school in our house. So I would just add Game School. It's not here, so I'm going to create a new activity. It's going to be called Game School, and that way I can access that again and again. You can add a link in the description if you'd like. I usually don't. I keep it simple. So I say we did Game School today. Two of our kids did that. We all played a game. And then what kind of things did we accomplish with that game? Usually communication. There's probably some math involved, and there's also probably some reading involved in some games too. I can tie it to a project, which I don't have any entered right now. I can show you that at another time. And then I can add notes too. So we played Uno and did lots of addition practice. And so then that's there, and that goes into my events for the day. So if you don't add a picture, it comes up with a generic picture for you there. Some people were confused of the difference between masterpieces and books read. For our family, we use masterpieces as anything that would be art related. Our kids are doing art all the time, so we usually snap a picture of it and toss it right into masterpieces. Books read is a similar concept. You can take a picture of the book or just throw a title in. So you would just add new, say who read the book, Michelle, and she read Sophie Mouse, and then that's there too for books read. Your custom curriculum, you'll notice that we populated that on the web, and it is there. So Stephanie did complete Blossom and Root today. So then I just kind of usually take a look at what everybody's done for the day. I look at what I said my attendance criteria was going to be for Michelle. 3 hours of school. It looks like she's completed 3 sessions. So I would say yes, she attended school. Stephanie is 4 hours of school. So I would have to see, did she do 4 hours or not if I was going to click that. And again, you can use the attendance feature or not. It's up to you. But then one of our favorite things has been calculating our nature time. So we walked to the river. We went to the farmer's market. We ate lunch outside. We spent probably, I would say 6 hours outside today. So then I just add that there and it should show up. And then I can do that for each of the students as well. And then my favorite thing is just to always check out what everybody's been doing. And I check out how much time in nature she has. And of course, as you continue to enter these things, they add up, which I think is so fun to monitor. So that's how it works for us. And then if I just go back to the web here, you see the things that you've entered as well. The time spent in nature, your attendance, and then the activities that you've done based on subject as well. So that's just a brief overview of how we have been using it, and it's been really fun to watch our students make progress in all the areas over the course of the last couple months that we've been using it.